test basically, test basically, test basically, test basically. Okay, what's up guys, Francis, I'm dead again. Welcome to my channel and the program. Tonight I guess I don't have anything less serious or less realistic, practical to talk about. I suppose I have been gathering thoughts to make this video for a long time, since ever since I departed from Australia, and I have been summarizing the past events, the past experiences, especially at Unis, I have had in Sydney, Australia, and by making some dummy comparisons, matching between between how I perceive the world now and how I perceive the world then. I have managed to discover a fact which most of your parents will either deliberately or not deliberately hide it or conceal it from you during your childhood. But that's their deliberation doesn't matter. Either they deliberately or not deliberately concealed the cruel fact, the truths from you, that won't matter as much as the fact that you know the truth itself. So, if you, let's say, if you just like to, assuming if you just like to continue to dwell, continue to live in lies, continue to live in the blue pills that the world always injects to you, you can basically skip my video. And I'm not trying to post. I'm not trying to post anything that could potentially arise or arose any hostilities between Christians and non-Christians. Though I am doing my best to make this video as least religious as simply I know how. So I have discovered a simple fact that we don't really learn anything that is practically useful from uni, from college, from your from your undergraduate degrees, master's degrees, PhDs, whatever. We don't learn much. We don't learn much, or we don't learn pretty much anything useful, except the fact that uni life in uni, life in college may not be as fantastic as you initially as you imagined at the beginning, right before you accept your offer, and right before you begin to attend to attend classes, lectures. So well, allow me to show you something here. Let's see. Let's take a for example, yes. Bachelor of Chemical Engineering at the University of Sydney. Let's see how much of use the lecture notes, the practicals can bring us by first taking a look at the lecture notes. Mass transfer. Oh shit. That doesn't sound. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, allow me to repeat it. My apologies. So let's take a look at the very first lecture of the unit of study Chem CHNG 2803 Mass Transfer in Cooling Towers, Lecture 1, Part 1, Design Calculations Ideal Systems, the University of Sydney School of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. Overview and Design Philosophy. The aim of this lecture is to maximize evaporation rate using our liquid pump, our fan, and outer packing. This week, ideal performance of cooling tower. Do a design calculation to assess the overall mass transfer coefficient of a given cooling tower from ideal measurements. Guidance for experiments. Next week, real or non-ideal design calculations. Guidance for experiments. Following week, performance calculations for other operating conditions. Design and performance calculations. Design calculations. How big does a piece of equipment have to be? What are the value of key equipment parameters? Key performance calculations given the size and key equipment parameters. How does a piece of equipment that has already been designed perform, and what are the outlet conditions? Schematic diagram of a cooling tower. Okay, so I guess I will just show you some pieces of the lecture notes itself. Several bunches of equations, of diagrams, and terminologies. So regarding that, let's do a job hunting, a job search on seek.com.au. Let's see if things that's been taught during the lecture can whether it can prove any practical use during during the actual work placement or the actual full-time work. So let's do a web search on seek.com.au using the keyword chemical engineer. Let's see what results it will yield. Graduate process engineer. So as you can see, most of the jobs that you can find here are that mostly relate to the profession you studied at uni. I mean, under the context of Australian universities in particular, you will find graduate process engineer here. So let's take a look how much reimbursement you will get from this job. Let's see if it is full-time It requires a bachelor degree in chemical engineering or mineral processing, something like that. Dedication to serving clients in a timely, professional, and committed manner within a demanding role. 0 to 2 years experience in mineral processing or the resource sector. Strong technical knowledge and conceptual design. Strong communication skills when dealing with work colleagues and clients. Adaptability to handle pressure from project challenges, deadlines, client needs, ability to work across multiple clients and projects, good understanding of laboratory procedures, flexible can-do, hands-on attitude, solid computer proficiency with Microsoft Office Suite, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, good written interpersonal and communication skills, strong time management and autonomous work style. Okay, so perhaps yeah. So far, and based on the experiences I've had, based on learning experiences I've had with the university, with my fellow, let's say, teammates, that's to whom I've been allocated by the lecturer or by the tutors there in charge, whoever. I don't actually find, I don't, or let's say I failed to find any of these, any of these things will prove some actual value to the work I am about to perform or to carry out here, as specified by this potential employer, Metz Engineering Process Innovation, Metz Engineering Group Proprietary Limited or Private Limited, whichever you prefer, whichever you prefer to call it. Let's take another look at another job they advertised here. So let's take a look. Chemical engineer. This seems most relevant. Okay. Advertised by Evolve Scientific Recruitment. Oh, okay. Well, apparently this one, an agency, most likely a head hunting agency, advertised this job. Let's see. Which means you won't get the chance to speak to the employers behind the scene directly unless you have unless they granted you an interview. So it can sometimes become very time consuming, and it will just sometimes it will just lead you to an infinite goose chase. So I highly discourage. Based on my own experiences, I highly discourage that you go and apply for the jobs, any jobs that look like this one, using the internet, online. I highly recommend that you go and speak to them, to the head hunting agency or to the person who's directly in charge in person, and to find out what they truly want from their candidates, what they truly want and need from their their workers. Okay, so About the role, candidates will be required to work rotating day and night shift as part of the project. You must be able to start as soon as possible. Responsibilities will include, but not limited to, strong adherence to the site HSE requirements, standards and procedures, operation and maintenance of plant equipment, basic chemical testing such as pH and conductivity, equipment inspections and troubleshooting, general housekeeping. Full training will be provided. You will be a quality-focused individual with excellent time management and organizational skills. Okay. This one, never mind. I just like to keep it as brief, as concise as it can become. So you see there, actually, in order to, in order to gain the full competence in fulfilling the roles I just showed you, you will just need several qualities in order to fulfill the roles there. Let's say that for example, simple algebra, mathematics, and a little bit of chemistry and life science, biology, and maybe thermal, not maybe, but definitely thermodynamics, some physics, yes, and sound communication skills in English, of course, both spoken and written. That should do it, and know how to cope with work safe policies, work and health policies, that sort of thing. And then you just have to undergo their internal trainings. The training may still differ from companies, but nevertheless, you will just have to undergo the training. Before you can start earning real money as a qualified chemical or biomolecular or chemical process engineer. So let's see if you just need these several qualities, these several competences in several, not a multitude of capabilities or skills, then what is the point of attending? Or what I don't see the point that you spend a great deal, a multitude of your hard-earned cash onto a degree that you don't quite need in order to fulfill your role as a chemical engineer. Though you do need the paper, the printed certificate, to keep the government, to keep the employer, or just to keep your parents, the people around you, your classmates happy. And we really have to rethink and reconsider why do we do this? What made us do this? Who's behind it? Who's behind this type of social or worldly indoctrination or propaganda. That's been that's ingrained such ideology into our minds that we have to we just have to attend Unis, we just have to attend colleges in order to become fully qualified and fully competent chemical engineer. So and also notice the fact that your parents will only disclose something true about this world, this real world. You will sooner or later confront or face after you somehow begin to handle your own business, to mind and handle your own affairs and business. It can occur, sometime later after your graduation from high school, year 12, or it can also occur at some point of your freshman year or sophomore year or the senior year or the final year. It really depends on individuals' prejudice and preference. I can't say for certain, but I do know that sooner or later you will have to confront and face the real world. But you don't have any. But yet you fail to make any sort of preparations to rid yourself for that confrontation that sooner or later you will have to endure. Yeah. So basically, without critical thinking and without the thirst and curiosity for the truth, you will remain in the dark indefinitely, or you will have to endure and remain in the dark for a certain duration of time, sufficiently long, and so that even if you manage to red pill yourself, to get yourself red pilled, it will already be too late. It will, as a engineering or engineering as a student of engineering or science, or especially of physical science around study. We all well know that once a certain condition hits a threshold, it will have to begin to undergo vast, profoundly vast changes, and that changes. And if you fail to recognize and prepare to adapt to the changes, it can sometimes kill you, really. And just learn from the living example right in front of yourself. I am the example. I am the so do take heed. Do take heed. Take heed. Separate yourselves from thy enemies, and take heed from thy friends. It's basically, I am just trying to, trying to send you guys an important message, telling you guys that do not fall for what others have been trying to convince you. But nevertheless, we still desperately need the love and thirst for the truth. We cannot acquire an internal happiness without the ability, the passion, and the compassion to seek the truth. Because sooner or later, after such prolonged exposure to the lies, to the indoctrinations, to the blue pills you used to ingest on a daily basis, or even on secondly on an hourly basis, and right after the deprivation of that pill, you will, the repercussions will probably kill you, or will probably take everything away from you, including the energy and the ability to keep walking and seek the truth, and it will leave you nothing, and you will become a mindless shell, or the husk you see while you play the video game Mass Effect Trilogy. So anyway, I believe I have been talking for far too long. So feel free to tell me what your uni lives, what your college lives were like during your time of passion, during your time of thirst for more casual sex, whatever. Feel free to let me know about your life at uni, at colleges. I'm your host, Francis Ed. Stay tuned, stay faithful, and stay blessed. I shall see you on the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.